Ricardo Menendez March.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Look, I think it's been really clear that everybody in this House thinks road safety is an issue that needs addressing, but I think the problem lies in how we choose to do so. And the Green Party has been really clear that we need to take an evidence-based approach that centres the research and lived experiences of people. And if we were to go using that, we would know that the answers often will lie in things like reducing speed limits, so making a road safer to use, and it includes things like greater awareness from the public about impaired driving and the impacts that it has on people. I think to me there's an issue that this bill is trying to address, which is the impairment that often comes because of the use of drugs, alcohol notwithstanding, as we do have a regime already for that. The challenge, I think that, and Julianne Gentry has already expressed on our behalf some of those challenges lies in that this bill feels more like an experiment rather than something genuinely grounded on the best available evidence on, for example, whether there is a strict correlation between, for example, THC is one substance that's been used as an example in someone's blood or saliva, and then levels of impairment. That correlation does exist in other substances such as alcohol, which is why the regime that we have had has proven more effective in terms of addressing issues that come from impairment due to substance use. I don't believe, and certainly nor does the submitters, who are experts on these issues, that the kits that we have available to do testing, A, are accurate enough, at least the first one that is used before going to the laboratory, nor B, that we've developed the technology that will ensure that there's a very direct correlation with the results that are being given by these tests and then levels of impairment. I have heard members from the other side talk about things like the fact that they are developing technologies that they will hope will improve this level of accuracy and reporting. But I think if that is the case, if this is an area that is still being developed, I don't see the need to continue moving forward with this bill without actually getting to a place where the tools that we have at our disposal to curtail impaired driving are there to actually guarantee the safety of our communities. And so it's concerning to have a bill that may make people feel safer without actually doing so. And for the people who have been injured or have lost loved ones because of road accidents, and I've certainly been in my share of a handful of car crashes myself, I think of the fact that, as a passenger, to clarify, that this bill actually does not do many people who have been affected by issues of road safety justice. The previous speaker also mentioned issues around interactions with the police. And we can't deny, because we have had multiple reports around how some people have described the systemic targeting of police to specific communities, mainly Pacifica, Maori, Black people, that the way that this bill is designed will inevitably entrench that systemic discrimination that exists. And this, in some ways, actually is counterproductive to a public health approach to substance use, because actually what we want to create are communities that are aware of the dangers of driving while impaired, and then we create fear amongst our communities on how they will be targeted, we will actually end up having the worst of both worlds. A regime that does not follow best available evidence, nor communities that feel empowered to have genuine conversations with the peers around the dangers of driving while impaired. So again, the Greens won't be supporting the bill as it is. We do look forward to new technology, to evidence that allows us to have a regime that keeps our community safe, because that is what our communities are calling for and what they deserve. So with that, I will end my contribution, and I look forward to finally having a debate on both road safety and drug use that is centered on evidence.
Oh no, asking for evidence, that's woke. We should deport him back to Mexico. No, don't do that. I'm sorry, man, I didn't mean that. I'm not being serious. That was a joke. You can stay. You're great, Ricardo.
He's a New Zealand citizen. It's not like he can exactly be deported, but then he's also a Mexican citizen. And at the moment, he, as an MP, he has a diplomatic passport.
Yeah, no, Ricardo, you can stay. I will be more than happy to deport Shane Jones out of Parliament.
Yeah, out of Parliament, because I think that's as far as you can do.
Yeah, I don't know. Did you see that Shane Jones was talking about how he'd like to do a boxing match against Ricardo? And I just laughed as someone who does boxing. I'm like, you wouldn't last a round, my guy. Ricardo would just run around you and he'd be gone.
There's a lot of things that people do not know about Ricardo, because there's a lot of things he's kind of kept a bit more private. You know, and you know, so you never know. He could actually be, you know, a boxing ring champion against Shane Jones.
He's from Mexico. They know how to scrap. That's for sure. Yeah. So you know,
I think he's a bit too polite for that, but yeah.
I don't know, man. Okay. So.
Yeah, I mean, he was always hard on wins workers, though. But I mean, hey, you know, I'm hard on wins workers as well. You know, the only people I know who are soft on wins workers are those who don't understand the system and who thinks they follow.